Success doesn't come to the smartest or even the hardest working people. It comes to those willing to bet on themselves. Let me show you why investing in your growth is the fastest way to financial freedom. So, like Alex Hormozy says, you shouldn't be investing in the S&P 500. You should invest in the S&Me 500, which is yourself. Now, obviously, that's more so when you're starting out on your journey towards becoming financially free. So if you're stuck in a job you don't like, or you're not making the kind of money you would like to be making, you shouldn't be worried about how to make passive income. You shouldn't be trying to invest into like crypto and hoping for like a pump that's going to save you. You should be worried about how to actually develop yourself as a person, learn skills and education that's actually going to put you in a position where you can make more money and increase your earning potential as a person. From there down the line, you can obviously look to make other sort of investments that's going to give you passive income, in my own opinion. So when it comes to investing in yourself, it's not just about getting the outcome you want. For example, if you want a certain amount of money that you want to make, it's not always just about making that money, but it's about the things you'll learn as a person, the skills you'll be building, how you'll be improving as a person throughout that investment, whatever you decide to invest in. And a lot of people will wait until the perfect condition to invest in themselves or to bet on themselves or to take action on their goals. But I'm here to tell you that there is no perfect time to start. The only perfect time to start is now. So stop waiting for a certain time of the year to start. Stop waiting for this problem to go away. Stop waiting to be out of debt, because when you want to achieve your goal doesn't care about what time when you start. The people that also want that outcome you want in life, they don't care about the time. They're actively working on achieving that goal. So why are you willing to wait? Why are you willing to sit back and procrastinate towards getting the life you tell yourself you want? So you must always be ready to take action on your goals. Obviously, not saying that you must like go rob a bank to do it, but like they say, any a strong enough why can bear any how. Meaning that if you truly know what you want in life, you will find a way to make it happen, and you will push through either way. So, a perfect example of me, and that another thing I want to mention is that when you invest into programs, into coaching, into improving your skills as a person, into trying to make more money online, oftentimes you won't always get what you want, but you will get what you need out of that program or whatever you decide to invest in. And a brilliant example of this is when I invested into a program. This was before I got into sales. The total cost of the program was just under $10,000. And at the time, I was only making about like $600 or $700 a month, which is so with that compared to $10,000 is a lot of money, especially from someone that's in a third world country like myself. I live in South Africa, but I made it happen. I found a way to do it, and I made the first installment for the program. Now, going into the program, I believed in myself and I worked hard to try and make it work, but unfortunately, the first month ended and I wasn't able to make any money to pay for the next installment for the program, which means that I technically failed and I wasn't able to continue with the program because I couldn't afford it. Now, on the surface, that probably may seem like it was just a failure. Someone will say that that was a stupid decision, that you shouldn't have done that. You should have at least waited until you had the full amount to do it. But no part of me regrets that because, like I said, you won't always get what you want, but oftentimes you will get what you need out of it. So for me personally, although I didn't make the kind of money I wanted to make with the program, the huge benefit I found with that program was how it actually allowed me to improve my mindset, how I view the world, how I view myself, how I view my goals, and just the beliefs I hold, how to actually change those beliefs and reprogram my mind for success. Now, on the surface, that might seem like nothing, but that's actually the amount of what that's worth is priceless. There's no amount of money I wouldn't pay to acquire that sort of knowledge and skills I did from that mindset lessons in that program, because that ultimately helped me level up as a person internally. So although I didn't make the kind of money I wanted to make, I improved as a person, which later allowed me to start seeing progress in my bank account, for example. So that's just a huge example of, Although you might not get what you want out of it, there's always something that you can take away. Because a lot of people, when they fail at something, they give up. They only see the bad in whatever the failure may be. But that's not how you should view it. You should view failure as feedback, and just know that failure is part of the process. Whenever you take on a journey to achieve something great or something above average, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be failures along the way, because every successful person had to have failed somewhere along the journey. And if they just gave up at every single failure, you wouldn't have known about them today. They wouldn't be successful. So that's the kind of mindset you need to have moving forward. No matter what failure you face, always look at it as feedback and know it's part of the process, and know that as long as you don't give up, you keep moving forward, you will win. And not only that, but actually reflect, self-analyze, and look at to see exactly what went wrong with that failure and what you could have done differently to prevent that from happening. So that moving forward, you actually are self-aware of what you could have prevented, what you could have done better. Maybe you took some shortcuts here and there. You have to analyze for yourself. And when it comes to investing in yourself, it's sort of like, let's say, how would I say this? It's like delayed gratification, right? Instead of just thinking in the short term, think of it like, when you make that investment, you want to get a certain outcome of making that investment, right? It could be making a certain amount of money or being able to do something in your life. But in order to do that, you need to be level 10 person. When you make that investment, you're probably only a level 1, but when you actually make the investment, you become level 2. When you actually acquire the skills and implement it, you become level 3. You're improving as a person. You're slowly leveling up to the kind of man you need to be to achieve that goal. So even though you might not have actual tangible results, you're growing internally. And that's huge, because no one can take that away from you. Because once you actually have the right mindset, the right approach to achieve your goals, no one can ever take that away from you. So always look at failures as feedback and know that it's part of the process. Another nice thing when it comes to investing into programs and coaching and mentors, oftentimes there will be a support network of other people that are also on that journey, or that have already got the outcome you want in life. So if, for example, you're investing in a program that's going to help you make money online and get to 5, 10, 15, $20,000 per month, whatever the case may be, there'll be people in that program that have already done it or actively working on doing that. And now, aside from you, instead of you just being on this journey yourself, you're now surrounded with other people on this journey, other people that want to win in life, other people that are ambitious, hardworking, and actually driven to achieve what they want in life. So when you surround yourself with those sort of people, it makes it so much easier for you to win in your own life. And a big part of that comes down to who you actually compare yourself to. Because a lot of people will say you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But Alex Hormozi actually says you're the sum of the 5 people you compare yourself to, which is so much more powerful and makes so much more sense. Because if you take me, for example, like, I've achieved a small amount of success in my own life. I'm 23 at the moment. Like, I own my own home. I live with a girlfriend I love, and she loves me. She'll do anything for me. And I have my own car. Like, I've managed to quit my job. That's quite big accomplishments. But for me personally, because I don't compare myself to like average people that live a normal life, or just live a mediocre life, to me that's like normal, because the kind of people I compare myself to are the people that already live the kind of life I want to live, already making 10, 20, 50, $100,000 online. Those are the people I compare myself to. I compare myself to people that look how I want to look, or as strong as I want to be. So when you do that, it constantly reminds you that you can do better, because there's people younger than you, dumber than you, that are making more money than you, that look better than you, that speak better than you. But if you compare yourself to people that have not yet achieved what you want to achieve, or maybe not even on that path to achieving that, you're going to feel like you're the big G, because you've achieved so much more than them. You're going to start to feel comfortable. You're going to start to feel satisfied. So that's why I feel like you're the sum of the 5 people you compare yourself to, because eventually, over a long enough time frame, you will become the sum of those five people you actually compare yourself to. Because if you're constantly comparing yourself to them, you're going to want to ensure that you maintain your level of standards to ensure you reach your goals. Like if you say something, if you say you want to achieve something, you're more than likely going to achieve it. If you compare yourself to people that don't ever take their words for granted. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. So comparing yourself to, be careful who you compare yourself to. That's really important. And the one thing I will say, like, just some tips on who to actually invest in when it comes to, investing in yourself and your skill set, your education, and you becoming better as a person. Obviously, avoid scams. Like, don't be foolish when it comes to investing into people and courses and mentorships. Like, there are people that do this for they aren't like worthy enough to be selling stuff like training programs and whatnot. So just be careful of who you invest in. A good way of doing that is just by obviously being logical about it. Like if someone just pops up on Instagram and say they're going to help you make $10,000 a month, but they themselves don't even have money, or they haven't even helped anyone else do it, don't just invest into someone like that just because you think it's true and you have FOMO and you feel like you're going to miss out. A nice criteria to look at when choosing who to invest into is, one, you must know, like, and trust the person, and two, they must have already done what you want to do, or they must have already helped other people do what you want to do, or both of those. If it's both of those, that's even better, but it should be at least one of those last two. But if it's both, that's even better. So I'll give you an example. A friend of mine that I met when I got into sales, he was making the kind of money I wanted to make, and he was doing what I was doing. He was in sales, making like $20,000 a month. And that friend, his name is Dan Smith, and I'm actually going to get into. I'll continue about what I'm going to say next. But anyways, I saw him making the kind of money I wanted to make, and we were on the same opportunity. But at the time, I was still new to sales. I didn't have the skills, the training, the development, and the knowledge to make that kind of money, even though I was on the same opportunity. And that's just an example. So he done what I want to do, and then later on, I was obviously kept in touch with him. I followed him on Instagram and Facebook, and I saw that he's also teaching other people how to do the same. So one, I know, I like, and I trust him. Two, he's done what I want to do. And three, he's even helping other people do what I want to do. So that ticks all three boxes. So that's the perfect mentor you can have. They tick all three boxes. So I've obviously invested into his training, and he's helping me become, a $20,000 per month closer. And, I've invested in total. The investment was like almost 5,000, around $5,000. And like I said, which is a lot of money for me as someone from South Africa, but it's not like I just had $5,000 laying around, right? It's not like I paid it all upfront or in total. It was a challenge for me to even make that investment, but because I believe in myself, because I'm willing to do what's required to win, to achieve the goals I have, I'm not going to say, oh, I can't make this work, oh, let me wait a year or two, when I have $5,000 I'll come back to you. No, I don't have time to wait. I feel like I should already be living the life that I want to achieve, the life that I want to live. So why would I wait any longer? I'll make it work. It's not about saying I don't have the money or I can't make it work. Ask yourself, how can you make it work? No one's coming to save you. It's up to you to live, to achieve what you want in your life. So yeah, it's not like I had to make it work, but it's gonna pay off in the end, right? Like I told you, like I said earlier, it's not about the instant results you get now, but it's you improving as a man. It's the things you learn along the way. You're building your character. You're growing internally to become the best version of yourself. And over time, before you know it, you'll start to see the wins you start to stack because you're doing what's required. You're believing in yourself. You're willing to bet on yourself. And when it comes to the money, like a lot of people, they're scared to invest into education, into developing as a person, into their skills, but they'll blow money on shit they don't even need. Clothes, jewelry, just to show off, just to make it seem like they're living a life that's of value. But when it comes to actually investing in themselves, they're not willing to take out their card to do that. It doesn't make sense to me at all. The last thing I want to end off with, don't think that once you invested into a program or coaching or online like mentorships or anything, don't think that that's the end of the road. That's just gets your foot in the door towards getting closer to your goals. Think of it like a mountain, right? Your goals is at the top of the mountain, and you making that initial investment allows you to put one step onto the mountain to begin the journey to get to the top. It's now up to you to go all in on yourself, to believe in yourself and do what's required to put one foot after the next. And you might fall along the way. A big, strong wind might just come out of nowhere and knock you down 2 steps back. But it's about how you react in those moments that will determine whether or not you get to the top of the mountain. So as long as you're willing to remove your ego, do what's required, do what you're told, learn as much as you can, implement whatever you need to, and just keep putting one step in front of the other, there's absolutely no reason you wouldn't get to the top of the mountain. The only thing that can hold you back is yourself. So that's the final thing I wanted to add on for this video. You need to be willing to go all in yourself and commit to going all in. That's the only secret to achieving the success you want. Go all in. Don't 1 month in, don't think, okay, this is hard, this is not really going according to plan, let me go look at something else, let me start researching how to make money online, an easier method. Don't do that. You're just going to waste your time, you're going to waste your money, you're going to waste your energy. Just commit to one thing that you know can work. That's why it's so important to pick a vehicle that will work, and 90% of them will work. For me, that's high ticket sales. So I'm committed all in on high ticket sales. That's why I made this YouTube channel, because I'm documenting my journey to $20,000 as a month, $20,000 per month with high ticket sales. Now, in the past, I won't lie, I'll admit, I would jump from thing to thing. I would have shiny object syndrome. I would try to do 2 things at once, but that never worked out for me. I only started to see success in my life when I really focused on one thing and I gave all my time, all my energy into doing that. And that's the best advice I can give anyone watching this. There's always gonna be something new out there you could be trying, but don't let it distract you. Be focused, be locked in, and commit to yourself. So I hope this video was helpful to someone out there. And if you found value in this video, if you enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to me as well if you're new to the channel, and stick around to enjoying the journey of me getting to $20,000 per month as a closer. I was actually supposed to start closing very soon, but the role that I was going to start one didn't actually go according to plan, and I never start that role. They're not actually hiring at the moment, which sucks, because they told me they would take me on, but it is what it is. I'm gonna be applying to new positions this week. So as soon as I actually land a position, I will be also documenting this here on the channel, and then obviously all the progress along the way to me getting to $20,000 per month. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good day.